how we got started, actually I have a business partner, and his father gave us the idea. He saw something on the news, I don't know, and we just started looking into it a lot more, and I mean, it came to life. We built our own building and just figured out what we got to do. And I mean, we're just starting in the business. We've had 2 deals so far, so we're not far in the business, but we're getting there. The strengths would be there's nothing like that around here. I mean, as far as I know, I think we're the only sole electronic recycler in the state. The weakness is when there's nobody around. I mean, you can't really go around and ask and see what other people are doing. I mean, you'd have to go out of state and tour plants and do all that. The opportunities in it, like I said, there's nothing like that around here, and there's a chance to build an industry, because I mean, you take the computers and you break them down. There's metals, there's glasses, there's all kinds of stuff, and if we can get our business going well enough to stockpile, all the glass and all the metals, and just piece it out and sell the metals to a metal refinery or a glass refinery to whatever, it could cause thousands of jobs. I mean, we just gotta get to that point. Let's see. That's all you got wrote down here. Anything you got to ask?
Can you apply for any grants or anything from the government?
You can, but when you're applying for grants, you got to, like we need a bigger building. Personally, we need a bigger building, and we need a crusher. It's a machine that you could put anything into, and it'll separate. It's got different kind of gases and magnets in it, and it separates everything and puts it into bins for you, and you can mass produce everything like that. And when you're applying for grants, you got to apply for, you can't just apply for a grant and they give you the money and you spend it however you want. You got to get your grant. You got to have a grant for your building, a grant for a crusher, any separate kind of thing. You just can't take the money and spend it the way you want. So yeah, you can have grants.
And who's your partners? The government, private businesses, anybody?
It's actually a boy I went to school with all my life. I played football with him. He knows. He's more of the computer kind of guy. He takes care of the technical part, and I handle more of the business kind of part. But I mean, he knows what he's doing, and I'm learning as I go. So that's the kind of partner I got.
And I guess that's it. Thank you. My name is Eric Hall, and I'm a graduate MBA student at Marshall University. I am doing a business plan on a startup electronics disposal and recycling company. This is also known as e-cycling. Some of the products that e-cycling companies typically recycle are speakers, mice, tablets, keyboards, computer towers, and laptops, and of course large televisions or small televisions. Smartphones are not typically recycled because they are traded in when you upgrade your device. They take these products and they dispose and reuse them in a legal and ethically responsible way that protects our environment and keeps America's overburdened landfills from being filled with hazardous waste. According to statistics, over 70% of America's landfills contain electronic materials that can be harmful to our local environment. Many of these components contain metals such as lead, nickel, and mercury, which can pose serious health risks if they enter our drinking water or any other consumable goods. Only 25% of electronics is recycled and disposed of properly. In terms of the SWOT analysis, there are numerous strengths to the industry because of the massive amount of electronics that America buys, and the high turnover rate in terms of users adopting new devices. The Environmental Protection Agency estimates that each American household contains over 24 electronic devices on average. Also, in our local area, there are not many companies that provide this particular service, and there is a niche in the market that can generate sizable profits. Many electronic disposal companies also offer to pick up the material and dispose of any data that can be sensitive to your personal life or your business. This is crucial because of the increase in identity theft and fraud. Many companies choose to buy new computers every 2 to 4 years. For instance, the Board of Education typically buys new computers for their students and staff every 2 years. The three main revenue streams for electronic recycling is pickup of the materials, clearing data from your memory and your hard drive, and separating the raw materials for reuse. One of the main weaknesses, as with any industry, is transportation costs. Many of the large e-cycling companies are located hundreds of miles away and require large amounts of fuel to transport the goods. Another factor is the fluctuation of the price of raw materials such as metal and glasses. Lastly, a current weakness, but maybe not a future weakness, is the lack of electronic disposal laws in neighboring states such as Kentucky and Ohio. There are numerous opportunities in this industry because America has become more conscious of the environment, and the political realm, especially in terms of federal laws, has enacted laws to support this position. Even though West Virginia has a law prohibiting illegal electronic disposal, the penalties are not enforced properly. I believe that with proper lobbying, these laws can be better enforced and the penalties can be increased to help protect our beautiful state and our area. One idea would be to create partnerships with large companies, boards of education, and local and state governments to collect all their materials annually or biannually on a retainer. This would ensure a continuous revenue stream and would help provide growth for the firm. Also, there are numerous small business loans and grants that you can acquire from the government, but they come with stipulations. Threats: the largest threat to the industry, especially on a local level, is the local government taking over the industry and the market. They typically do this to improve their environment and from a moral standpoint. However, when local governments do this, they are somewhat inefficient and rarely make a profit or even break even. I hope after watching this video, you will make a conscious decision to dispose of your electronics properly. Thank you for watching and listening to my presentation.